Hi, I'm Jim Leeson and welcome to Jimbo's Kitchen, where we say G is for gravy and cake is for kids. Today we're going to be making a pizza pie. We have a third of it, actually it's about 40% of a dough. I had used the bigger half on another pizza, so we're going to use this up. We have pepperoni, tomato sauce, mozzarella, Romano cheese, and yellow banana peppers. I'm actually going to be making it on a piece of parchment because that's the simplest way to get it in the oven. Hang on and enjoy the ride. Here we have our ingredients. Over here we have the pizza dough, which has been rising in the microwave with the light on. Here we have the pepperoni. Here we have grated mozzarella, the sauce, and Romano cheese. We're going to start off by rolling out our dough. We're going to need some flour on the board to keep it from sticking. And this one it's a fairly small amount of dough, so we're going to make it really, really thin by rolling it out. And we're going to do it on parchment paper, which is the simplest way to start if you're just starting out with pizza. It's like training wheels. So put some flour on the dough, flour on the board. And then we're going to kind of rub it in a little bit. And then you have to loosen the dough from the dish that it was in. It's got olive oil on it, which keeps it from sticking to the dish. And I'm going to put it in here. And then we're going to coat it with some of the flour. Flour keeps it from sticking to the peel or to the parchment. The side that was up, you want to be down. And now we're going to get our parchment paper and slide it underneath.
Jimbo, what's your favorite kind of dough for making pizza?
This dough is actually from Trader Joe's. I have made my own dough, but it's so much easier to just use store-bought dough if you find a brand that you like. So I'm going to roll this out as big as I can get it and as thin as I can get it. And then we're going to top it.
Does a parchment paper make it easier to put on the paddle or to roll
Makes it
out?
much easier to put on the paddle, and it also makes it easier to put your toppings on because you got a lot more time before they get soggy and you can't move it off the peel. So we're going to call that pretty good. A little more. And then we're going to get our pizza peel. And we're going to add our toppings. Some tomato sauce. Now this is some whole Italian tomatoes. The brand is I use is Cento, and we've added salt, pepper, a little bit of anchovy paste, and some oregano, and some olive oil, and then mix it up really good. These are crushed between your hands just to make them sort of a little chunky but saucy. You can use as much or as little as you like. Too much tomato is going to make it soupy, but right here you'll see the juice starting to leak out of the tomatoes a little bit. And if I didn't have this on parchment, it would probably stick to the peel by the time I get everything on here. So parchment is training wheels. It works very well. Now we're going to go with Romano cheese. This adds flavor, and it also kind of absorbs some of the moisture from the tomatoes, kind of like sawdust if you're cleaning up a mess. And our mozzarella, I probably have more than I need here, but you just use as much as the pizza wants based on the size and coverage. It's always better to have more than you need than not have enough. This particular mozzarella is whole milk, low moisture, which is the best for New York style or New Haven style pizza. We don't use fresh mozzarella on a pile like this because it's got too much moisture and it would sog it out. That looks pretty good. So then pepperoni, because that's my wife's favorite.
Yay.
And then we also have, at my wife's request, some yellow banana peppers, which add a real nice kind of a fruity heat. I arrange these around the outside just to make it easier to cut later, because you can cut in between them, they're not all scattered. So we're just going to put the middle ones in. It's a little bit fussy, but it makes a difference. Okay. Banana peppers. Okay, now we're going to go into the oven. I've got an oven preheated with my pizza stone in there. And it just slides right on. Simple as that. And after about 10 minutes in the oven, this is what we come up with. It's on the parchment, which you can just slide out. I like to put it on a cooling rack, keep the bottom crispy. But look at that beautiful pizza. This was cooked at 550 degrees on top of a pizza stone that was preheated for about an hour. We'll transfer it onto a cutting board and slice it up and taste it. Now you'll see the logic of the staggered pepperonis. So we can go like this, like this, and like this. There. What a beautiful thing. I'm going to go ahead and have a taste. And now for a taste test